Dragon Ball. Probably your favorite anime. Probably your best friend's favorite anime. Your favorite anime's anime. Easily one of the biggest anime and manga series of all time. You see, I've been watching Dragon Ball for a very, very long time. Over 9,000, Vegeta, Super Saiyans, Super Saiyan 2s, and 3s, and 4s. Literally majority of my life, it has been there for me. One thing that we can all agree with as Dragon Ball fans, or even just as anime fans, is that Dragon Ball has some of the most iconic villains of all time. Truth be told, I've always wanted to know which villains are the best, which villains are the worst, and which ones are probably just filler villains. You know, you got Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu. In this video, we will be talking about all the Dragon Ball Z villains. Not Dragon Ball Super, not Dragon Ball GT, not Dragon Ball Daima. Today is just strictly Dragon Ball Z. And we will be rating these villains based on their motivation, their impact on the series, and their fight scenes with the Dragon Ball Z fighters. And before we start the video, here are some really cool honorable mentions. Our first honorable mention will be Captain Ginyu, our LGBTQ plus powerful member from the Ginyu Force. I say that because, come on now, we all know he was clapping them cheeks, you know. The squad members were getting that shit back to back. In terms of Dragon Ball Z, he didn't really do much. Only thing he really had was the body changing ultimate move. He was cool and all, but not really. I'd give him a strong 3 out of 10. And then we have King Cold, and he gets a strong 4 out of 10. And now we have Dr. Gero. I fuck with him because he's the reason why we have the androids, but he wasn't really that, you know, impactful. Now, I don't know, he was cool and all, he didn't really do much. He gets a strong 5 out of 10. And now we get to the main villains, the bad guys, the big bads, the Thanoses of Dragon Ball Z. And first and definitely the least, we have Raditz. Raditz is the first introduction that we have to the Saiyans. You know, he pulls up on some, yo, you're my younger brother, telling Goku that shit, and he's like, yo, you gotta join me, big dog, you know, we gotta go take over the fucking universe and shit. And Goku's like, nah dog, I ain't doing that shit. And then they start scrapping. Big homie kidnaps Gohan, and now Piccolo and Goku gotta go beat the shit out of that nigga. So they dip and they start scrapping. At the end of the day, Raditz, you know, he fucking dies, you know what I'm saying? He's more so known for his impact on the story, because that's how we found out that Goku is actually an alien. He gets a good 6 out of 10. And now we get to The Rock and our Zac Efron of Dragon Ball Z, Nappa and Vegeta. You see, Nappa is like if The Rock decided to cut off his balls and just take even more steroids. He's just on one, dog. He's so fucking focused, not even on the bag, just taking down the Z fighters and destroying the planet. Vegeta, my Saiyan Prince, the most prideful man I've ever seen in fiction history, the greatest anime character of all time. The glaze is insane, even though he gets bodied by like every single person that he fights, and his prime motive in like Dragon Ball Z was just to surpass Goku. I still really fuck with him. He had some really good fight scenes with, like, you know, Cell, Frieza, and everything. For that, I'll give him an easy 20 out of 10. Can't even lie.
Hello, monkeys.
Frieza. Now, you see, the thing with Frieza is that even though he's racist, even black people fuck with him. You see, Frieza gave us some really crucial points in Dragon Ball Z. The fight with Goku, and even though Frieza is lost like a couple times, actually, that's kind of sad if you actually think about it. Like, he's like my favorite villain, low key. Actually, no, he's not. But like, the point is, even though he's lost so many times against the Z fighters, he's still a really good antagonist. I'd still give him a fucking 9 out of 10. Now, this saga that we're entering is probably my favorite saga in just Dragon Ball as a whole. Cell had everything, you know what I'm saying? He had the perfect motivation. He just wanted to be stronger than everybody, and he even made a fucking tournament just to flex, dog. Like, I don't think y'all understand the glaze that I have for Cell. He's perfect. Like, besides him being perfect Cell, he's still perfect, you know? He had the DNA of Goku, Vegeta, and like some of the Z fighters. Even Piccolo was in that. Even Piccolo, dog. What really fucked me up with Cell is that absorption shit. I don't know, dog, but I'd give him an easy 15 out of 10, easy. And now we get to probably most of Dragon Ball Z fans' least favorite saga. This is where we met Buu. Now, I'm gonna try and quickly summarize this as fast as possible, as fast as I possibly can. Babidi is like, alright, I need to finish my dad's work and shit like that. He decides to like, you know what, let me summon Buu. But he needs a lot of power to be able to do that. So he puts Goku against Vegeta, they fight, Buu wakes up, and then Boo just starts going crazy. This is also where we got fusions and shit. We also got to see the majority of the Z fighters going to like their full potential. You had Gohan going to his ultimate Gohan form, and then you also had Goku and Vegeta for the first time fusing into Vegito. So I don't know why people don't really fuck with the Boo saga. Like, it's really fucking dumb, but shout out though. The fight between Gohan and Boo was like insane because the first half of the fight, Gohan was just washing Boo. Like, boom, like don't get that nigga wrong. That nigga was trying to scrap, you know what I'm saying? But like, he was just getting washed by Gohan, and Gohan was just being disrespectful as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And then Boo just decides to absorb Gotenks and Piccolo, and yeah, and now, you know, Gohan's getting the hands. You know what I'm saying? When Gohan was absorbed by Boo, he just became unstoppable, you know what I'm saying? No one could touch Boo at that point. So Vegito and Goku are like, alright, nigga, we gotta fuse. So they do, and then they just start disrespecting Boo like that, you know what I'm saying? And they just fuck him up. And this is easily the best fusion in Dragon Ball. I don't care what niggas be saying that Gogeta's stronger, Gogeta's cool. Alright, you know, he's cool and all, you know what I'm saying? Because it's still technically Goku and Vegeta, but Gogeta doesn't really have motion like that. At the end, Vegeta decides to call up upon everybody in the planet to be like, yo, can y'all help us out? Like, we need to defeat this nigga. And they do. Goku hits a spirit bomb, and then damn, Boo dead. And overall that I give Boo is a 7 out of 10. Just a quick recap on the rankings in this video. So we have Raditz at number 5 because he has a 6 out of 10. And then we have Boo at number 4 because he came out with a 7 out of 10. Then we have Frieza at number 3 because he has a 9 out of 10. And then we have Cell at number 2 because he has a 15 out of 10. And last but not least, the greatest villain of all time in Dragon Ball Z, just because he's the GOAT, would be Vegeta because he has a 20 out of 10. But yeah, that's all the Dragon Ball Z villains that I'm going to talk about in this specific video. I know I didn't touch on like the androids and all them because I didn't want this video to be too long, you know what I'm saying? I think right now it's just cool. I'll do a bit more on like another video. Maybe I'll do Dragon Ball GT, then I'll do Dragon Ball Super, maybe even the movies, who knows? Don't forget to tell me what you guys think about the video down in the comments. I like to get the feedback from you guys so I can make these videos a bit more better. Also, don't forget to tell me what you guys think about how I ranked your favorite villains. If you don't like it, let me know. If you do like it, also let me know. As for now, this is what I have for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know I don't really post that much, you know what I'm saying? I'll do better, you know what I'm saying? Just be patient with me and shit. Thank you again for watching this video. I'm still trying to get to 100 subscribers before the end of the year, but we'll see if that happens or not. But thank you again for all the subs that we received on the last 2 videos. I really appreciate that shit, on my niggas, for real. And I'll see you guys on the next video.